Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 7-day chart. We're still sitting here at $2.43. We are going sideways right now, waiting for the next breakout to happen. It looked like we were starting to break out yesterday, but then we came back down. And if you look at the 1-day chart, whenever XRP drops by a few cents, right away people are like, we're going back down under $2. I don't see that happening. In fact, I think we're going to continue upward from here. Everybody thinks this coming week is going to be huge for crypto. Let's wait and see what happens. Analyst shows XRP price rose 1,000% when Bitcoin dominance dropped 30% in the last two cycles. So in the last two cycles, once Bitcoin dominance fell by 30%, XRP price surged over 1,000%. Right now, Bitcoin dominance has only dropped 5%. That's why everyone's expecting a much bigger move up on XRP. Now, this is just based on Bitcoin dominance and previous cycles. Nobody's factoring in all those catalysts that we also have to look forward to. I still think Ripple is possibly going to do an IPO early this year. I also think FedNow is going to play a very big factor on the price of some of these cryptocurrencies. Plus, we have Gensler leaving the SEC. I'll talk more about that in this video. But this is why I'm always telling you, watch the Bitcoin dominance chart. Once you see that dominance really start to fall, expect XRP to start to rise. Here's how high XRP may reach in worst case scenario. So they're saying worst case scenario, $7. And best case scenario, $20 by the end of the year. Now, I would agree with that. If we were in a typical cycle, I would say expect maybe $7 to $10. But I think the Ripple versus SEC case alone coming to an end is going to be a game changer. Then you look at crypto regulations. That's also a very big game changer. So I think worst case scenario, if I had to put a number on it, $13. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, we get some utility driving the price of XRP and we go to $50 plus. Maybe even 3 digits. Who really knows yet? It's still too hard to say where XRP is going to go. Whales have accumulated 360 million XRP in the last 24 hours. You know, whenever somebody looks at the price chart and they're like, oh, I missed XRP. It's above $2 now. I'm too late to XRP. Keep in mind, the whales are still buying up XRP. They know the price is going much higher. This is why when you're selling, the whales are buying up that XRP. Soon, we'll have institutions buying up that XRP as well. Like I said, you are still early. Don't get discouraged by a $2 and some change XRP. It's going much higher from here. Gary Gensler set to hit Ripple with appeal before the 15th of January as a parting gift. You know, this is what they do at the SEC. Last time it was Jay Clayton leaving the SEC, and on his way out the door, he started the Ripple vs. SEC case. Now it looks like Gensler may file that appeal on his way out the door. But everybody's asking about Atkins, the new SEC chair. What's going to happen with that? First, we're going to get that bullish momentum from Gary leaving. After Gensler, all boats rise. Brad Garlinghouse said that. I think that's going to be a green day for all of crypto. But Atkins is coming in next, and some people are saying that he won't dismiss the case. Settlement's likely. So what they're saying is that he's not just going to go out there and drop the case. He's going to collect that settlement money. And there's a good possibility of that. If Brad thinks that's a good thing, maybe Brad will just pay the $125 million and we move forward. Now, he might also decide to go forward with that case. That's just a possibility, not saying that's going to happen, and let this run its course. I don't think that's going to happen, and here's why. FedNow is going live in March. I think this whole Ripple versus SEC case needs to be done and over with before that happens. So in a settlement or dismissal happens, XRP's price is likely to rise, and this would improve market sentiment. If the SEC drops the appeal, it could signal a more friendly stance towards Ripple and the crypto industry. This is an important case to watch for both new and existing XRP holders. In short, under new leadership, the SEC might soften its aggressive stance, leading to more settlements and clearer regulations, though not necessarily dropping cases altogether. We just gotta wait and see how it plays out. I do believe that Atkins was chosen for the SEC because Trump knows he's gonna clear the way for crypto. So I still am very bullish on Atkins becoming the SEC chair. I just wanted to let you know everything that could happen. The chances of this case going on any longer are very slim, in my opinion. A welcome to Washington moment. Crypto leaders engage with the new administration. Now, we know a lot of people are going to Washington and they're talking about crypto, but regulations are going to happen, and nobody really knows what those regulations are going to look like yet. I think they're going to be very similar to MiCA. I also think we're going to get a clear path forward in the United States for crypto. But what about the retail investor? We want retail-friendly regulations. Let's hope that's what happens, because you don't want them pushing us out of crypto. For the first time in history, we beat the institutions to something. We got in on the ground floor before the institutions even thought about coming into crypto. We need to make a lot of money off of this. This is our one shot to get financial freedom. But I would like to see what crypto regulations are going to look like in the United States. So far, everything looks great going forward. We also have the banks getting ready to start to handle digital assets. That's going to be game changing. It's going to bring a lot of value to this space. It's going to wake up a lot of investors outside of crypto. They're going to say, well, if the bank is getting involved with crypto, then crypto has value. Crypto is real value. And I think that's the path forward to mass adoption as well. But I think the very first thing they're going to work on is those stablecoin bills. They're going to want to get that put in place right away. They already know stablecoins are the future. Stablecoin legislation, stablecoin regulations also puts us on the path to central bank digital currency. I don't like the idea of going down that road. I would like them to come up with an alternative, maybe even utilize XRP to fix the current financial system. Now, a lot of people always talk about the Ripple NDAs. Take a listen to this. This tells you that there are institutions that are unnamed still.
I'm curious, how would you describe, thinking about institutions specifically, I want more Fidelities of the world involved. How would you describe the sentiment that you're seeing, whether in your client base that's maybe considering, adopting a digital asset product, or even internally within your own firm? You mentioned, traditionally it's been one or two people leading the digital asset effort. Has that changed at all?
Yeah, there's no shortage of excitement. I think people are excited to finally be able to bring to life what they've been working on for years. It's been a lot of behind the scenes work, and now people are finally allowed to be public about some of this stuff. And that's even happening at the large financial institutions, or it's especially happening at the large financial institutions. When you look at the news that's happened just this past week, right, or just this past year, it's really hard to follow all the news because there's so much happening. Yesterday or the day before, a private credit fund was launched on Solana by a large financial institution. Ether ETFs finally went live after much discussion yesterday. Bitcoin ETFs earlier this year, Bitcoin was up 85%. I don't know the exact percent today, but like all of these things are happening. It's impossible to keep up with all the news that's now becoming public. This has been happening for years upon years. So there's a buildup, and even a large bank like Citi, and I can say this because of some of the things that this has become public, and we're allowed to talk about this now. We worked with them on a use case around payments, where they can facilitate cross-border payments internally at Citi for their clients and move money at a much faster, cheaper rate than previously done. When I say things take time, that took multiple months, over half a year to get that approved to move it forward. So there's a lot there that you'll see come to fruition over the next 9 months, and I think I'm excited.
Like he said, he's allowed to talk about it now. So leading up to now, they weren't allowed to talk about what they were doing at all. And did you hear how he said it takes months to build this type of stuff out? It doesn't happen overnight. But now Ripple's making it quicker. They have plug-and-play options at Ripple with their software. So when the time comes to onboard a lot of these banks, they're just going to plug and play. Within 7 days, they are up and running with RippleNet software. Think about how fast this transition is going to happen from the current financial system into the digital financial system. It could happen in as little as 7 days. And you're going to hear more companies announce that they've been working with crypto, working with blockchain, going cross borders as far as payments. Other banks are going to come out and make big announcements as well. This is why it was so important to get into crypto now before time runs out. You beat all the major players to this space, and you are going to reap the rewards from that. I happen to know a few that had XRP and XLM on their bingo card. Take a listen to this right here.
I'm sure you're getting the same questions I was getting over the holidays. What crypto should I buy?
Everybody.
Right? Everybody. Not just Bitcoin anymore. People should, look into Bitcoin and have it as a macro asset. The rest, it's a pretty complicated picture. We just know growth is ahead. As an indexer, of course, we like CoinDesk 20, which was up 88% last year, over 20 tokens. But the top winners there were ones that very few people had on their bingo cards, right? Very few people thought that Ripple would be the #1 performer last year. So it's
Ripple was the #1 performer last year, and they're going to be the #1 performer in 2025 as well. XRP is going to outperform a lot of other cryptocurrencies. I'm expecting it to flip not only Ethereum, but Bitcoin's market cap as well, especially once you start to get those catalysts playing out in real time. That's going to be an absolute game changer throughout the rest of this year. And this is going to be a very big year. ISO finally going live. That's going to change everything. But like I said, when you're looking at XRP at $2.42, you're not late to XRP. You're still early to XRP compared to where it's going. And we're starting to get an idea on how big this actually is. This is massive. A massive network is building out all around the world. And this is not just happening in the United States. This is a global event. And as this continues to as XRP continues to go live on all these rails that Ripple set up all around the world, watch how fast the price of XRP climbs. And that is absolutely coming. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.